I told my wife to stop crying about missing out on our daughter's wedding. My wife, Nicole, has been sobbing for 3 days straight because our daughter Melissa got married last weekend and we weren't there. But here's the thing, we weren't invited, and there's a damn good reason for that. Melissa's been planning this wedding for 8 months. 8 months of excitement, dress shopping, venue hunting, the whole thing. And my wife? She spent those 8 months making it all about herself. Every single conversation turned into Nicole complaining about the colors Melissa picked, the venue being too expensive, how the groom's family was probably judging us, how Melissa should have picked a different dress. The breaking point came 2 months ago when Melissa called to tell us about the final guest list. Nicole immediately started demanding to know why her sister wasn't invited, even though Melissa barely talks to her aunt. Then she started going off about how Melissa was being selfish for having a small wedding, instead of inviting every distant cousin we have. Melissa tried explaining that they wanted something intimate with just close family and friends, about 60 people total. But Nicole kept pushing. She actually called the venue behind Melissa's back to try and add more people to the guest list. The venue manager had to call Melissa to confirm because my wife was claiming she was the mother of the bride and had the right to make changes. That's when Melissa lost it. She called us both and basically said that if her mom couldn't respect her wishes for her own wedding, then maybe she shouldn't come at all. I thought it was just heat of the moment anger, but Melissa was serious. The next week, Nicole showed up at Melissa's apartment unannounced with her own wedding planning binder. She'd been secretly planning what she thought the wedding should look like. Different flowers, different menu, different everything. She told Melissa she'd found a better photographer and had already contacted them about switching. Melissa texted me later that night saying she couldn't deal with the stress anymore. She said planning her wedding had become a nightmare because every decision turned into a fight with her mother. She asked if I could talk to Nicole, but honestly, I'd been watching this train wreck for months and I was exhausted too. The final straw was when Nicole posted on Facebook about how hurt she was that Melissa wasn't listening to her helpful suggestions for the wedding. She made this whole dramatic post about how kids these days don't appreciate their parents' wisdom. Melissa's friends saw it. Her future in-laws saw it. Everyone saw Nicole throwing a public tantrum about her daughter's wedding choices. Melissa called us the next day and said we weren't welcome at the wedding. She said she wanted her wedding day to be about celebrating love, not managing her mother's emotions and demands. She told Nicole that maybe after the wedding, when things calmed down, they could work on their relationship, but the wedding was off limits. So last Saturday, while our daughter was getting married 3 hours away, Nicole spent the entire day crying and asking me to drive there anyway. She kept saying Melissa would change her mind when she saw us, that every bride wants her mother there, that Melissa was just being dramatic. I finally told her to stop crying about missing the wedding because she did this to herself. Melissa didn't cut us out to be mean. She cut us out because Nicole turned what should have been the happiest time in her life into a constant battle. Every phone call, every visit, every conversation became about Nicole's feelings instead of Melissa's wedding.